What is going on, guys? Miles here, back again with another video, and today we're going to be looking at the official Call of Duty Infinite Warfare reveal trailer, which was just released recently, and in this video we'll be watching the whole thing and then we'll be breaking it down afterwards. So let's jump straight into the video.
Go ahead.
You seen that? Unknown. Unidentified settlement ships. You are moving into a restricted situation.
They just opened fire. We're f***ing fire. Native guns are attacking our airship. Pilot hit.
This is a full-blown invasion.
Oh my god.
We are getting breaking news out of Switzerland.
Geneva has suffered a massive attack.
Death count continues to rise, and there's no end in sight.
This is Top Cat Sovereign. Divert and deploy all available assets immediately.
Holy shit.
Let's get to the tower. Go! Fix the house.
Biggest surprise attack in the history of the world. How could they not have seen this coming? It's one of our own.
We have no precedent for this. We have no playbook for this. And apparently, we have little time.
Let me make our situation absolutely clear. We are now at war with the Settlement Defense Front. Godspeed, captains.
You got eyes on this, Reyes?
Affirmative.
Let's get in there.
Pre-order the Legacy Edition and get Modern Warfare Remastered.
So that trailer was pretty freaking weird, and the first thing I saw was 11 seconds in, this little bit of text appeared on screen surrounded by a black border, and this was only up there for like a third of a second, and it's pretty interesting because it says at the bottom, update 31-01-26, so I'm wondering what that means, because obviously that like shows us the year this is setting, but I don't know if it's the 31st of January 2026, or is it the 31st of January 2126, because I mean 2026 seems more reasonable, but like that's only like 10 years away, and we're not going to be flying into space and having space warfare in 2026, are we? So that's just pretty interesting. It shows us the year that Infinite Warfare was set in, probably 2126. So the second thing I noticed in this trailer was this clip right here where this person is holding what looks to be some sort of assault rifle. It looks like it does shoot bullets though. It doesn't look like it shoots lasers, which is a good thing in my opinion, and it doesn't look like they're wearing any heavy armor or anything like that, which means like that could be hinting towards like a sort of basic movement system, which I'm pretty happy about. And behind this person there's actually a robot, which is interesting because that just shows us how far into the future this is going to be set in. like in Black Ops 3 we had those robots, and that game was set in 2065, and it looks like the similar robots to Black Ops 3. Now it does look like it's holding a weapon with a red dot sight, but honestly once again can't really tell what weapon it is, unfortunately. So the next clip actually gave me classic vibes of like really old Call of Duty, because we see this guy here, he's injured, he's just been shot, and he's wearing like the old school gear by looks of it, and he's like sat in a bunker next to some sandbags, and for some reason that really reminded me of CoD4 / Modern Warfare 2, but that was sort of ruined by the guy on the right who looks like he's wearing like some sort of exosuit. I can't really tell exactly, it is kind of dark, and I don't think it is an exosuit honestly, like, because you don't see anything on his arms or anything like that, you just see this weird thing on his back, and I'm not sure what it is, but if you guys have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. So later on we actually get our first look at the spaceships in Infinite Warfare, and as you can see right here, there's a spaceship which is absolutely freaking massive, and it doesn't look like it actually is like got any weapons on it. It just looks like it's sort of a transport ship to transport people across the map and stuff like that, which is interesting in my opinion. I don't have any idea what those like white things on it are. There are like 4 of them on the plane as we see right here, and it does look pretty damaged, so pretty interesting in my opinion. We're gonna have to see what the significance of these spaceships is in the campaign. So just a second after, we actually get to see our first look at the weapons in Infinite Warfare. Now this seems to be an assault rifle in my opinion, could be an SMG, but it's favouring towards an assault rifle in my opinion, and it looks like it has a red dot sight on it, but no other attachments that I can tell. Maybe actually a laser sight as well on the left hand side, but the gun it reminded me of the most was the HVK from Black Ops 3, so that's pretty interesting. Just thought I'd let you guys know that this weapon is going to be in Infinite Warfare. So a few things to point out in this clip. The first one being that everyone seems to be shooting regular weapons, which I'm a big fan of. I much prefer like the old school weapons rather than laser guns in Call of Duty, and so far we haven't seen any laser weapons, which I'm a fan of. But on the left hand side we can see this guy who looks to be boosting over this tank. Now the thrusters were implemented into Black Ops 3, and a lot of people liked them, a lot of people didn't like them, and it looks like they're going to be back in some sort of way in Infinite Warfare. Now this looks to be the campaign. It could just be sort of like a perking campaign, like you had those cybernetics in Black Ops 3. Could just be like that, or it could be in the multiplayer. Who knows, we're gonna have to find out as we get like more gameplay of the game. So in the next clip we actually see the guy get into the plane and sort of fly out into space. Now I think this would just be a campaign feature. We won't see like people flying in and out of orbit like in multiplayer, like that would be a bit ridiculous. I do think that multiplayer maps will exist on other planets, but I don't think this feature will be in multiplayer. So the guys take out the fight to space. Now I think this would just be a campaign feature. I doubt we'll see this in multiplayer honestly, because it's just too crazy, too far away from Call of Duty, and these guys start like fighting in space using spaceships and stuff, which I think will just be like maybe 1 or 2 missions in the campaign. I'm like 81% sure we're not going to see this in multiplayer. In this next clip, it looks like we're on a different planet. Now, as you can see in front of us, it looks to be the sun. Like, it could be a huge explosion, but to me, I'm pretty sure that is the sun right in front of us. And it looks like we're also on a planet, as you can see in the bottom. Like, that doesn't look like a spaceship to me. That looks like a different planet, and the closest planet to the sun is Mercury. So, it looks like we could be fighting on Mercury. Like, we could have some multiplayer maps on Mercury, and we also could be having some campaign missions on Mercury too. So once again we're on a different planet, and to me this could be either Venus or Mars. Now I'm personally leaning towards Venus because a lot of people say the structure of like the Venus surface is like mountainy, volcanic and stuff like that, although we can't really see because there's like massive clouds around it, which appears to be in the trailer. So in my opinion this is Venus, and that's pretty interesting. I'd love to play some Call of Duty on Venus. That would be pretty freaking mad. So we see a pretty cool weapon in this clip as our guy like sort of throws a hook at this guy and then like pulls him inwards and like kills him, which is pretty insane. And I reckon this will just be a campaign weapon. I doubt we'll see this in multiplayer because it'll be super OP, but it does look pretty interesting nonetheless. So finally we see what looks to be a different planet once again. Now to me this looks like Jupiter, mainly because we see Saturn in the background. Now if we see Saturn, that means the most likely planets that this could be is Uranus or Jupiter, and Uranus I believe is made of like ice and water, so that only makes sense for it to be Jupiter. Now I wouldn't mind playing a bit of CoD on Jupiter, not gonna lie. Could be pretty cool as long as we stick to like the core fundamentals of CoD. I don't really mind playing on different planets because we could have some pretty creative maps in my opinion, so I'm looking forward to that. So at the very end we actually see a sneak preview of Call of Duty 4 Remastered. Now the graphics look absolutely insane in my opinion, much better than the like original Call of Duty 4 game, and they don't mention it being available as a standalone. They only mention being able to get Call of Duty 4 as like a pre-order bonus with the Legacy Edition of Infinite Warfare, which kind of sucks because if you just want Call of Duty 4, you're gonna have to pay a lot for it. But for all we know, like they could release Call of Duty 4 like remastered as a standalone as the game goes on. So that is the reveal trailer for Call of Duty 2016. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. There's a lot of content in it, and we're gonna have to find out more as the game goes on. We're gonna get a lot more information on like the weapons, the movement system, because right now it's a little bit vague. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and also be sure to subscribe for more Infinite Warfare videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video.